And I think the biggest challenge that people have is they don't really treat it like a business, coming back to where we were the other day. Everybody said financial services, that's not the business you're in. And you have to be fanatical about prospecting. I get everybody's freaking business card. So today I want to talk about keeping your pipeline full all the time and how important it is that you never, ever run out of opportunities. You have to continue growing, scaling, building your business all the time. And the number one thing that's going to do that is you getting out there in the community. All right, there's really two ways to bring people in, but it doesn't matter. All right. The biggest thing that happens is that somebody comes in new, they get excited, they go through friends and family, and then they're like, now what? And then they look for cold call leads. This is the typical person, right? They do their project 100. They call the 100 people they know, 20 of them an answer, 15 of them tell them they're an idiot, 5 of them tell them they'll think about it, 2 of them say they'll do it, 1 of them does an app, and then they back out. And then they get discouraged and they're like, all right, can you give me leads? And then they cold call, and they either never cold called before or they forgot how much cold calling sucks and they didn't realize. And they're like, okay, now I'm calling all these people, calling 200 people a day, 20 of them answer me, 6 of them are even remotely okay with listening to me, 4 of them say they'll show up, 2 of them actually show up, 1 of them maybe buys. And then you do that for a couple months and you're like, this is tough, this sucks, this doesn't work. And I think the biggest challenge that people have is they don't really treat it like a business, coming back to where we were the other day. Right? You got to treat it like a business. When you treat it like a business, if you open up a new business, what are some things that you need?
Marketing.
You need marketing. What goes into that?
Pass out flyers and cards to people.
Cool.
Cards everywhere.
Flyers, biz cards, social media. What else?
Attending events.
You need to go to events. Okay, so marketing. Let's go with events or networking, right? Networking. You need to go. If you look up any book, they'll tell you to join your local BNI and local chamber of commerce.
Yeah.
Right? What else? What else do you think you need?
But I'm gonna visit inventory.
You need inventory. Cool. Inventory. Right. In our business, what's our inventory policy? Sure, your personal policy, but what's what's the other thing?
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What business are we in?
Insurance.
Nope.
Sales.
Nope. People. So what's our
People.
What's our inventory?
Phone numbers.
Our list. And so what happens is you get super excited. You're like, I'm gonna go open up a cheesesteak place. And you open up a cheesesteak place and you sell out of your cheesesteaks and you're like, oh no, I don't know what to do. So then you have to go to the supermarket and you gotta go buy more food. Right. But if you own a restaurant, what happens if you own a restaurant?
People kind of just.
No, you get automatic orders. You're automatic. I have a food order coming in every Monday or Thursday. I have lists coming in all the time. I know as a business owner, I'm never gonna run out of people. I'm never gonna run out of food if I own a restaurant. If I was super busy, there were a couple times that I had to like run to the supermarket and sprint down the street and go get like lettuce. But no, like most of the time it doesn't happen. So you need to build a list. We are in the people business. Everybody said financial services, that's not the business you're in. And if you think that's what business you're in, then that might be the biggest thing holding you back in this business. Because you're in the people business. Yeah.
Also, in order to build a list, so like having inventory and buying ladders, you need to invest.
Of course.
Money.
You might, but the cool thing is
People think they're gonna get like free.
Yeah. No, it's not. Yeah, but you do have to put money down, but here you don't need to put money down to build the list because you can do these things. You can do a bit, you can get 250 business cards on Vistaprint for $20. You can get flyers printed for $100. You can go networking, you can drink seltzer or water and not have to spend any money. You can go to BNI and spend $700 or
Per year, like
$1,000, $1,000, $100 a month. You can join the chamber for $700, I believe, in Miami for the year. For the year. I mean, this is super simple. But the first thing you need to do is build a list. And the first thing you have to do is gather all the lists that you have together. Like, forget about all this stuff first. And you have to be fanatical about prospecting. I get everybody's freaking business card. Let me get your card. Let me get your number. Let me get your card. Let me get your number. You have to be fanatical about it, right? There's a difference between being good at it and fanatical about it, right? What do fans do?
They cheer. They're fanatical.
They cheer. When you're at an Eagles game, what do you see?
Fights.
Fights. Do people paint their face?
Yeah.
Do people get tattoos?
They get crazy.
They
about
get
it.
They are passionate about it.
Yeah, they're super passionate about it. If you're a Giants fan and you go to an Eagles game, what's going to happen?
Fight.
Yeah, you're going to get in a fight. You're going to get a beer tossed onto you. You're going to get something. But that's because they're fanatical about the Eagles. And there's this book that she read. I didn't read it except for these 2 pages, but it was called The Game of Work. Didn't read it, but it was talking about how we work. We care so much about our local sports teams, and then we work so hard in like high school to play sports, right? Or college to play sports. And like, you're not going to the pros anyway, but you work so hard. You wake up early, you go through the practices, you stay up late, you don't go to parties, you work hard, you do everything. And like, it's not even for anything, but it's a fanatical situation. And so you have to learn to operate your business this way. And you have to just set yourself up. You need business cards, you need flyers, you need social media, you need to go to events, you need people to know who you are, but most importantly, you need to build a list. And you don't want to build a list today. You can build a list on Saturday, you can build a list on Sunday, but you want to compile all the people you've ever met somehow into a group.
So we did that together.
Yes.
My contacts. Then I feel like that's as far as I can go because I didn't do a lot of networking when I was younger.
Yes.
So like, I don't know where else. Like I can't. Now I have to go out and get more names. Like
Understood.
From here, right? Like this is as far as I can go. With whatever I have, I already compiled it all.
Yep.
So now it's up to me to go out to events and get more.
Yes. But if you go out to an event, if you go anywhere, you shouldn't walk out the door with at least 3 to 5 people. And if you do that every day or a couple times a week, you'll have 15 to 25 people, and half of them will actually sit down with you, not 10%, like when you're cold calling people. But cold calling to me is like the filler space, meaning like if you don't have leads, cold call. Yesterday, I got an email. Cody Askins, the insurance dude. Huh? You get his emails, right? So yesterday, he sent out an email to get leads. He said like there's a new FTC or something law. I think I deleted it probably. But whatever. New law, 10,000 leads, this much money, 5,000 leads, 2,000 leads, 1,000 leads, da-da-da-da. Well, I texted his assistant, because I have her number, and said, hey, Lauren, what kind of leads are these? Now, somebody would probably say, F8. Like, I considered it. Huh?
You guys get bombarded with texts all day long, like I do, about average commissions on leads, and I get it all day long on my phone.
No, I don't anymore. That's because you've been in too many companies, David. I don't get those anymore. And if
Yeah,
I
I
get
don't know.
those, then I call them and try to recruit them. But I said, hey, Lindsay, it's Josh Waxman from Creative Financial. Saw the email about the age leads. What are the leads specifically? And she said the leads are final expense, Medicare, general life, or mortgage protection. So what do you think I said?
No.
I just didn't respond. That's not what I want. I don't want dog shit leads. I don't want those leads. I don't want to sell final expense. I don't want to sell mortgage protection. I don't do health and Medicare. Everyone that has Medicare is 65 years old and broke. Like, those are not who I want to call. Same thing with the MCA leads. I don't want to call people that by definition need an
Struggling to get
MCA.
money.
Yeah, like, yeah, I don't wanna call people that literally can't go to the bank, so they get a 30% interest loan. I don't wanna talk to those people. Or, cause guess what they're gonna have when you open up the hood? Two what? Two bankruptcies, and they're gonna tell you they had, because most people are pathological. And if they have bad credit and bad history, most likely they will. And do it,
Over and over.
because that's what most people are not gonna change. Yeah, I mean, it's just,
You and then you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me this.
oh, I forgot. Yeah, but I don't want those people. That's not who I want. And so it's, yes, I agree that by focusing on IBC and focusing on small business owners and focusing on real estate investors, I know that marketing them, reaching them, connecting with them, talking to the decision maker, getting the influencer, it's harder than the other stuff.